Right, is this Star Trek's best ever space battle scene? Judging from that image there, I'm going to say my opinion is no. But let's go on. The series finale of Star Trek Picard gave fans the greatest spaceship battle in the franchise. No, it didn't. Recently, Paramount Plus subscribers were treated to the final episode of Picard's third and final season, while Spock would remind us that there are always possibilities. And remember, Anton Chekhov said that at the beginning of episode 10, didn't he? President Anton Chekhov. While Spock would remind us that there are always possibilities, this is likely the last time we'll see the on-screen adventures of characters like Picard, Data and Riker. I won't count on it, to be honest. I think they'll be back at some point, even if only in cameos, but I don't think they're gone forever. I hope not, anyway. Of course, they went out in style in an episode that contains what many Star Trek fans are calling the best space battle scene of the entire franchise. But really, it was just a an homage to the Return of the Jedi Death Star run. Not a trench run, because they flew into the superstructure, didn't they, of the second Death Star. It was just that, basically. It was just that. Because I was watching it and I was going, din, 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 din. I was doing that. Because I do stuff like that. Anyway. It were good, but it, I want the best. For context, this is an episode where the villainous Borg, by the way, spoilers, come closer than ever to their goal of destroying Starfleet and the Federation for good. At this point, they have a fleet of hijacked mines and ships poised to blow away every major population centre on Earth. And in typical Star Trek fashion, it's up to the refurbished Enterprise D to make its way through the inner workings of the Borg ship to blow it up, save the day, and hopefully rescue their crew members before making an escape from the giant exploding ship. It was the Millennium Falcon, basically. While this scene was quite a crowd pleaser, the honest truth is that it's not the best Star Trek space battle we've ever seen, considering how much the dramatic escape from the explosion mirrors Return of the Jedi. It's difficult for any Star Trek fan to say their franchise's biggest battle ripped off Star Wars. Plus, if you like Star Wars-style space battles in your Star Trek, the Deep Space Nine episode Shattered Mirror gives us a much better battle when the Defiant must defeat the oversized Klingon ship being led by Mirror Universe Worf. I don't know, there's better ones than that. Then Deep Space Nine is filled with amazing space battles. The Battle of Chintoka, the Dominion, big battle at the end of end of season 7, with the Dominion War comes to a close. The battle against the Klingons at the in Way of the Warrior in season 4. There've been lots of great space battles in Deep Space Nine. The Dominion, the Jem'Hadar taking out the Galaxy-class USS Odyssey in the episode The Jem'Hadar. That was amazing as well. We also got better space battle scenes in the original series, particularly in the episode Balance of Terror. Well, it looks better now in the remastered version. They've kind of made it look better. It was a bit limited with the 1960s effects and stuff, but it was still cool. It was submarine warfare, wasn't it? In that episode, William Shatner's Captain Kirk must outwit a Romulan commander whose ship is armed with a cloaking device. The resulting cat-and-mouse battle between them is one for the ages, and a reminder that Trek should try its hand at submarine-style storytelling more often. There you go. And also look to Enterprise. That had some great space battles in, particularly in the third season with the Zindiark. That had some great space battles in there. But it were also pretty good in season 4 when they were going up against the Romulan hologram ship. There were some good effects, good battle scenes there. So, like I said, Star Trek has had some great space battles. We're going to talk about movies now, but they don't mention the one that I think is actually the best space battle scene. But anyway, let's go on. And there's some good ones in Voyager as well, don't forget. Scorpion, up against the Borg and stuff like that. And Species 8472. Anyway, The various Star Trek movies have also given us better battles over the years. In addition to the heartbreaking sacrifice of Leonard Nimoy's Spock, The Wrath of Khan is fondly remembered for its epic space combat with Khan inside the nebula, an idea that both TNG and Picard would later rip off. Yeah, I like to say, Khan is an amazing film, Wrath of Khan, but you know what I didn't like about it? The pew-pew phases. They want phases, they want beam phases. That's always irked me as that. Always irked me. I wish somebody would do a re-edit with proper phaser beams in it instead of pew-pew. I mean, it's still ace, but, that's always irked me as that. I like beams. In The Undiscovered Country, the final showdown between the Enterprise and a Klingon ship that can fire when cloaked is one more reminder that Kirk doesn't believe in the no-win scenario. Yeah, that were okay, but it were all photon torpedoes and stuff, wasn't it? There were no phasers going on. Anyway. Or disruptors. None of this... see, they haven't even mentioned it. Look, I'm going to go back up there. They haven't even mentioned the space battle in Star Trek Nemesis, which I think is the best space battle in Star Trek. The Enterprise Enterprise E, and the 2 or 3, I think there's 3 in the whatever. Several Romulan warbirds, the new kind of warbirds. Don't ask me what class they are, but the new ones, sleek, going off against Shinzon in his ship, the Scimitar. That is an amazing space battle, particularly with Picard and his order. I can't remember what it is. It's not word for word. It's something like ready phasers, 0 elevation, target any shield impacts, target photon torpedoes and any shield impacts, fire when ready, something like that. It's a cool line. It's cool. Gets me dander up. Anyway, none of this is meant to detract from how cool this space combat scene is in Star Trek Picard, and showrunner Terry Matalas deserves credit for providing the gripping space battles that previous seasons were sorely lacking. It's cool that CGI wizardry has helped give us a closer look at the Enterprise D in all her bumpy glory, both in and out of combat. However, those who are saying this is the best space combat they've ever seen in the franchise may need to re-watch the last 2 seasons of Deep Space Nine and get back to us. Yes, Deep Space Nine is the best TV Star Trek space battles. We haven't done yet. Oh, yes, we have. So I don't think it was the best space battle. It was cool and amazing. But it was just, it was Return of the Jedi, wasn't it? When all said and done. But it was still great. It's still great to see the Enterprise D weaving its way. I mean, the Enterprise. It's not the Millennium Falcon, is it? It's the Enterprise D. It's massive. Let's say capital ships shouldn't really. Move like that, and we've got DJ. Hello, boy. It's good to see. It's good to see you as well. I haven't seen you for a while. Where have you been? Anyway, where were we? So that's that. Anyway, so I don't think it was the best space battle, but it was cool, and I did enjoy it, and it made me smile. But as I said, watch Deep Space. As the article says, watch Deep Space Nine, and I say watch Nemesis. Watch the space battle at the end of Nemesis. That is amazing, in my opinion. Right. I mean, the space battle in Star Trek Insurrection, that's not to be sniffed at, really. That was pretty cool. With the Enterprise E taking on the sonar ships. That were, 2 of them. That was pretty cool battle. But anyway.